Hello, everybody. Welcome here to the flip side. Let me know if you can hear me okay. Sir Iceman is there. Can you hear me all right? Bill's, yep. Jeff's Lima Charlie said Lima Charlie. Richard's good. Awesome. Big Whale, welcome. All right. We got our A sort of 40 plus. Lima Charlie, Iceman, got it. We're back. Hi, Dana. Copy that. Hi, Nicole Lee. Yeah, huh? I got it this time. Well, it took me a while, right? All right, here we go. Who's it going to be? We got Saxton leading this one. Spurgeon, Degani, Watson, Johnson, Reggie Tung, Oscar Spradley, Dunford, BT, Brent Thelke, DeShenes, Kimbrick, Stokes, and Battelle. Robert cheering on Chris Nelson. We got the toe out front, Degani. Saxton, a tenth behind. Thelke, 2/10 back. Justin Watson said, oh, don't think so. I'm going to the front, 39-1. Ain't going to happen, Adam. No. Degani is he's just disrespectful. He's always just stirring the pot, troublemaker. I don't need any more instigating from him. Richard, Justin, Greg, Reggie. Clayton, you didn't miss anything. We just missed you. Adam, you know me now. You spent a week with me last week, right? You know me. I'm a very positive person. I try not to put negative things in my life. You know, life's too short for that. So people that, you know, are just so negative and bad mouthing companies and stuff like that, I'm not down with that. So I don't want to give a spotlight to do that stuff. Bill Long cheering on Reggie. Big Reggie fan. Reggie, former NFL player. Now, let me try to get this right there, BJ. He played for the Seahawks, the Chiefs, a brief stint with the Raiders, and Seahawks, Chiefs, Raiders, Jets. I think that's what it was. Yeah, I hope we can get Cole in here to have. Cole is always a great interview. Always. He shoots from the hip. Saxton back to the point, 39-1. Him and Degani, 9/10 off. Johnny calling him the OG, Iron Mike, former monster truck master. Back in the day, him, Steve Slayton, in the T-Max Revo days. Justin, Brent, Greg, your top three. Justin running strong. We have a second and a half between these guys. Dunford right behind these guys. Reggie, Drew, Lars, Richard, Mike, Oscar, Jared, Chad, Eric, and Chris. I know, Jay, isn't it? That's exactly. Nope. Try to surround myself with happiness and positive. BT to the point. Team Association, Brent Thelke. BT, your leader, Greg Degani. Reggie now to the 3. Degani to the point. 0.7 of a second apart. 0.9 that time by. So Degani looking to take this one unless BT can throw down a heater. Not going to do it. Greg Degani going to take this one at 40 plus. Going to take Q3. Go 8-5-14. BT going to go 2. Reggie going to get a 3. Done for the 4. Good run there. Pork Chop going to get a 5. There you go, Jeff. Richard Saxton a 6. Gil going to get a 7. Jose an 8. Justin a 9. And Drew a 10. Rhonda 11. Mateo 12. Donnie V 13. And a Robert of 14. Adam, I think it is. It's kind of, he tries to be funny, but sometimes it's just too negative. Like, yeah. I saw him use a hashtag the other day. I was like, that's not appropriate. There's no need to do that. So, yeah, just too much negative. Yeah, you got to stay happy in life, right? Positive. You want to be negative, turn on the news, right? When's the last time you've seen a positive thing on the news? Sadly, not enough. So we're racing. It's all about fun. Bill Marlin, really? Bill, I didn't know that. Marlin from the Northeast? I'll go try to find Pete Tozer for sure. I love it because obviously my daughter and I, we raced a long time, and yeah, it made me even love the hobby more. So I love when we get young ladies racing, dads get to hang out. Because there's not a lot of things you think about, young teenage girls these days. The last thing you want to do is hang out with your dad. So if they're into racing and everything like that, I think it's so awesome. So it's yeah, I'll try to track them down. I don't think ever, Iceman. Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah, I remember that, PJ. Wow, yeah, that's a long time ago. Okay, yeah. She was what, maybe 10 then? No, maybe less than that. 8? Yeah, that was a while ago. I remember that, yeah. All right, here we go. 50 plus. Us old guys. Yeah, the older class. Sean, Kenny Brosh. Kenny, the voice of the DNC, the voice here, Silver State. He's the man. We're at Silver State RC Adventure. How you doing? My name's Scotty Ernst. Bringing you live coverage of the Silver State here from Las Vegas, Nevada. Coming to you from the South Point. I got Sean, Kenny, Alton, and Jason in this one. Coming to you from the South Point. I call it the South Coast sometimes because the first year they built it, I moved my big on-road race. It was at the Stardust, and then they tore the Stardust down in 2005, so we had to move it, and we moved it here, and it was the South Coast then. And it was the South Coast for 1 year. It was like such a big marketing thing. They built the whole thing, you know, every stationary, every thing was South Coast. Then the next year they changed it to South Point. So if I say South Coast, that's why. Anybody following along in Facebook? Because the chat room's dead over there. I haven't seen anything in a while. Everybody's into YouTube. We got Sharon out, Sean Alcorn out front. Sorry, Sean, if you watch this later. Kenny Brosh second. Kenny on a 7.5.04, trying to get to that 8-lap run. Sean on an 8.5.40. Jerry Klingbeil in the house. What's up, Jerry? All right, Iceman, we'll see you later. Lisa, hi, Lisa. How are you? Welcome to the show. G Money, welcome to the show. Coming to you live here. Closing stages of qualifying round number 3. Sean, Alton, Jason, Kenny. Followed by John, Corey, and John. Jerry, did my bro ever sync up with you to get that stuff done? Thanks, Steve. Appreciate it. Gritty RC, what do we got? 50, we got 60, 17, 18 more races yet to go. So a whole lot. The fun is not nearly over. Kevin West checking in from Kansas. We got a Kansas check-in? We do. There's only a couple states that they haven't checked in. And 38 nations. That's awesome. LW4 confirmation. Jeez, he's getting old. Man. Copy that. Just as long as he's staying in touch. No one wants to get that squared away. The good thing about late nights here is that I can't go out and get in trouble. Although I did win money for the first time, I never play slot machines. I mean, literally never. I bet you in coming to Vegas since 2000, well, probably since, when was my first time? Like 96, was it? You know, I bet you I played slot machines 10 times since then. I was sitting down waiting for some guys, and I put $40 in a slot machine the other day, and what do you know? 20 bucks in, ring a ding ding. I won 215 bucks. Bring it up, and I hit cash out. Yeah, they're definitely a bandit. I like playing craps. I like roulette, even though it's not a great game to win. It's still entertaining. And poker. I like going to the poker room. I like playing Texas Hold'em. I'm not good at it, but I'm not bad. I've won a couple tournaments before. Brian, Jimmy the Marshal, yeah. I'm going to try to go find him, absolutely. He is. I got to get his story because, yeah, it's going to be pretty cool. All right. Nicole's cheering on Paul. Come on, Paul. You got this. Hi, Matt Nelson. Rob, you're over there in the Facebook live or in the Facebook world. All right, what do you got in heat number 2? This is the top heat of our seating in our 50 plus. After this, we go to Sportsman, Intermediate, and then Pros. Then time to go CP. Got the fabulous Barry Baker in this one. Barry was a long-time on-road, one of the best touring car racers in the world back in the late 90s, early 2000s. 5-time Reedy Race touring car champion. 6, 5. National champion, all of the above. Oh yeah, I interviewed him earlier, Jerry. It was a really good interview. I told him afterward when we were off headset. I said, really good. He didn't say and ah and a lot of pauses. I thought it was really good. One of the guys in the chat room chastised us for, when are you going to have these non-pros in there? But I thought it was a good interview too. It's Andy's first big 8-scale race, and I thought it was cool to get his take on it, on this very challenging track and surface and everything. And I thought it was a good interview. Donnie V coming out of the gate, fast guy first, Jeff G, followed by Maurice, Mike, Ron, Miguel, Big Sean, then Paul Parks. There you go, cheering on Paul, Roman Gastelum, Rick, Oven, Tobin, Chad, Barry not making this one, Dean. Barry's got 2 TQs, so he's like, I got this one. I'm good. Ooh, yeah, it was 2+ hours ago, Jerry. I'm trying to think. Qualifying 2. It was before Tessman, so it was Andy, Joey, and Tessman were the 3 interviews I've done today. So if you rewind, you see Tessman. Rewind before that, you see Joey. It's, I want to say 10 minutes before Joey, I think. All right, we got Donnie out front. Donnie at 8 and a 5:23. Jeff, Mike, and Miguel. Steve's watching from his crane at work. All right, that sounds safe and OSHA approved, Steve. I always think about OSHA when I'm over in Southeast Asia and you're walking through like Hong Kong or something like that, and you see this scaffolding made of bamboo, and guys up 30 stories on bamboo scaffolding, strong as steel. I always think about OSHA wouldn't have signed up on that. Man, I haven't seen Mark Santamaria. He shows up for his race, and then he's out doing Vegas. Mark knows he's got a stand-in invite. Come here and sit down and talk with Scotty. We like doing it. I'm a big Mark Santamaria fan. I think I had a little bit part of getting to 100,000. Maybe we had like 2 subscribers because of his sit-downs with me. So I take pride in that. I'm sure, Kevin. Donnie, Jeff, Mike, and Paul. 50 plus. Donnie V building up a good lead right now. About 9 seconds over Mike. Oh, Iceman. What's her name? I'll give her a shout out and tell her hi. Wish her a happy Friday. Donnie, Mike, Jeff, and Miguel. Roman moving to the 4th spot. 40.9 that time for Roman. 40.8 for Jeff. Donnie, 40.0. Donnie V out front. Jeff, Mike, Robin, Roman. Hey, a big shout out to Sarah Ann and the family. Hello, everybody. Donnie V out front. Jeff G second. Mike Patel third. Tobin, Roman. Winded down here in our 50-plus nitro buggy. That's for us real old guys. Whoa, all the way out to the pit wall. TW, I got to find Woody. I've seen him on camera once, but I don't know where the Pacific Northwest guys are. My boss is a slave driver. He won't let me go out and take a break, and he's looking at me. I'm just kidding. Yeah, hopefully we'll get out. I'd love to have a chat with Woody for sure. Like I said, we got the invites out to all the pros to come and have a chat. So I'm sure tomorrow, once the mains are there and there's a longer time between races, some of those guys, hopefully Adam Kim's in, Renault, we had Ty in here earlier, Dakota, Barry, Spencer, hopefully maybe the Fuller boys come in. I'd say bring Fee in, but he's pretty quiet interview. So, all right, so I get to say, hi, Callie. Is something wrong? One daughter's online and my other daughter's calling me right now. That can't be a good vibe. Okay, I'm back. No emergency, so that's good. So hi to the Dew family watching back home. Hi, Callie. Hi, Skyla. You'd be laughing because I'm waving right now, and I know you can't see me. So how are you guys doing? I thought it was like something wrong because you signed in, and then a minute later, your sister called. I'm like, oh, geez, what's going on? It's all good. So hello to everybody following along from around the world. We've had 38 nations chiming in. All but 2 of the U.S. of A. states have checked in, so it's great to have everybody here. We had a nice chat with Joey. There's Donnie V. Hi, Donnie. How you doing? Donnie walking by. He can't hear me. Yeah, you guys are up late. Sarah, how was the Disturbed concert? The video you sent me was pretty awesome. And those were some rocking seats you had for what you paid for those. That was like, and that was almost front row for nothing. That was awesome. Bell Stang, how are you? Glad you're enjoying the coverage. We love bringing it to you. Coming to you from Las Vegas. What time we got here? We got 8:35. Last night we ran till a little after 1 o'clock in the morning here. Today we're supposed to get done early. We're guessing maybe 11:30, something like that maybe. It'd be cool. Flying Fortress from Ohio, welcome to the party. Yeah, I hope Rhonda and Adam come in. That'd be a cool interview to have them both here. Oh, that's right. Chad's flying out today. All right, getting ready for 6 heats of Sportsman Nitro Buggy Iceman, 0700 tomorrow morning. All right, we're off and rolling. Dan last lap with a 41.8. Kevin with a 45.8. Daniel that time, 45.5. Julian had a 43.9. This is our Sportsman Heat 1 of Nitro Buggy. Dan that time by 44.4. Dan on a 7-lap 5.10. Looking to set the pace here. Dan, Kevin, Curtis, Juan, your top four. Looks like we got a flame out. Dan, Kevin, Curtis, and Juan. Donnie working hard out there. Dan Hopkins leading the way. Looking to go 7-lap 5.11. Curtis looking to go 7.5.30. Fabian 7.5.34. Race 61 winding down here. Dan the man looking like he's going to bring home the win. He got a healthy lead right now over Curtis to set the pace here in Sportsman. Round number 3 of qualifying, race 1. Dan the Man, Curtis, Fabian, NJ. Joe Van out front. Garrett followed by Savannah Emmer. That's your order right now. We're at the start of this one. All right, we got Joe out front. I think I met him. I had somebody come up and say hi to introduce himself. It said his name is Joseph. So Joseph and JoJo, they kind of work together. Anybody know JoJo Van? Is that Joseph? Seemed like a really nice kid. Came up and said hi, and it was nice. I always like meeting the people that have, kind of watched us on the show through the years and enjoy, enjoy our coverage and stuff like that. Really cool. Savannah with a 45-2. Donovan 47-0. Derek 44-5. Race number 62 on the track. Sportsman. Then we got intermediate. Then we got pros. JoJo, Savannah, Donovan, your top three. Derek, Scott Foley now moving up to the 5. Then Garrett, Roy, Kurt, Chad, Emir, Oyvind, Phil, Daniel, Isaiah, and Alex. JoJo still out front, got a hot lap right now, 43-1. Overall fast lap looks to be from Donovan with a 42-9. Savannah had a 44-5, 45-3 that time for Savannah. Rory had a 46-7. Kurt Barak had a 43-6. Donovan, Scott now moving to the top. Scott picking it up, but Scott having a long last lap here. Donovan having a long last lap. Ooh, struggling here at the final laps. Rory might move into the lead. And Scott and Donovan having trouble here at the end. Where's Rory? Rory got to cross the line yet. Ruh-roh. Oh, my. Rory having trouble on the last lap. But Garrett Parker going to take that one. 7 at 5:37. JoJo, 7 in a 5:40. Kurt, 7 in a 5:41. Okay, rocking and rolling here. Race number 63. Heat 3 of 6 of our Sportsman. All right, we got Derek leading the way here. Got a 44.3 last lap. Juan with a 43.4. Derek, Michael, Juan, followed by Trace and Cody. Jeff Dabney up a spot there, 45-7. Derek this time by 43-6, puts him in a 7.504, about 6 seconds above the TQ from Dan, or under, depending how you look at it. Dabney now to the 2 spot. Dabney stepping it up the last couple laps. Chris is third, Juan 4, Cody, Anthony, Michael, Vincent, Josh. 46.4 for Camel that time. Robert at a 55.5. 42.7 for Derek. Down to about the final minute of this one. We are winding down. Derek, Juan, and Jeff. Wind it down. Derek gonna nail this one. Take it. Good last lap in there. Last couple puts him at a 7.507, 3 seconds under Dan's time. Not sure that's gonna hold. Probably a good chance for a top 14. Got 2 more heats, 3 more heats yet to go. So he's got a chance. I know we'll see some 8s. Getting ready here for race 64 is up next. Unknown, we're going to 77. 77 is our A sort of our Pro Nitro buggy. Race 64 coming on a track. All right, we're off and running here. Race 64, Sportsman Nitro. Megs, welcome to the party. Good to have you here. Donovan Castro, hello. Big Riggs, welcome. Oscar leading away on lap number 1, doing a 42.0. Derek, 42.9. Young Bo, 43.1. Wade Boyd, 43.2. Good fast start for these guys at the start of this one. Good lap there for Bo, 42.3. Oscar Painter, 43.0. Bo now moving to the point of 41.7. 41.6 and a 41.7. Back-to-back good laps there from Bo. Oscar with a 44.0. Wade with a 48.8. Dan with a 43.5. These guys feeling the flow here in Q3. Oscar that time, 42.4. Bo a tough lap there, 47.1. Dan had a 42.7. Wade, 44.5. Nitro Buggy, 30. You see a 37? I think we saw a 37. Maybe 37.8, 37.6, something like that. I think we're in the 37s at Nitro Buggy. Oscar finishing with a 7 flat, just missing it. Bo, if he has a good last lap, he may be able to take it. See what Bo's got as he comes across the line. 43.7, 7.501. Solid run there for Bo, but Oscar and Bo going to beat that time from Derek. Oh, yeah, right into the Tegan track cam. Nice. That was a good shot. So those two guys above the TQ that Derek laid down as we go into our B sort. So Oscar and Bo off to a good start in this one. Yeah, exactly, Jerry. I was pretty impressed for Andy's first, big-time interview. It went well. Here's our B sort. All right, we're off and running. Race 65. This is our B-sort here, Sportsman Nitro Boogie. Trevor last lap, 43.1. Tyler a bit quicker, 42.2. David White, 44.6. Jet had a 46.1. Jacob, 41.5. Like Jacob might lead this one on lap number 1. Lap 2 in the books. Tyler to the top. Jacob, Trevor, Mike, Jet. Good lap there for Jet, 40.4. 41.9 for Mike Bartlett. John Young, 45.8. Halfway there, Jet now to the lead. A couple good back-to-back laps there for Jet. Throws down a 40.2 and a 42.3. Trevor goes 41.3, 43.7. David White, 42.4. Jacob, 40.4. Hot lap there for him on lap 4. Jet, Trevor, Jacob. Trevor Owens on an 8.5.41 TQ time. First set of drivers here in Q3 stepping up to the 8-lap mark. Oscar and Bo were close. They were 7.5 flat and an 0.1. Now Trevor and Jet stepping it up. Greg at 47.0. Down about 30 seconds on the race clock in this one. John up a spot, 41.7 last lap. Tyler 46.3. I got a chance to move up to the 4 spot. All going to depend on the last couple laps. Jet Nass goes 8-lap 5:38, moves to the top of the board. TQ time. As we go into our A sort, Trevor going to go 2. Oscar and Bo going to sit 3 and 4 right now. David sits 5. John is 6. We go into our A sort. There you go. BJ's got the stats. 35-3. Yeah, I could see that probably in Q1. Track was in much better shape then. Iceman every night. Well, at least they did it last night. Here we go, our A sort of Sportsman Nitro buggy. Mark, Gavin, Devin, Chase here. Chase with fastest first lap, 41.6. Nicholas with a 41.2 in his second lap. 41.8 that time for Mark. Little Jill, 42.3. Where's the Romero family? Priscilla's there. Everybody else probably go night-night. All right, Damon, have a good night. Thanks very much for watching. Glad you can hang with us today. We appreciate it. Mark, Nicholas, Dylan. TQ right now, Jet did a 8:5:38. We're 8 seconds under that. Final heat of Sportsman, race 66 on the track. Andrew, 8:5:33. The only one left out in front of the TQ. Dylan second, Little Joe in third. Little Joe looking to go 6 for the round. Gavin looking to go 7. Josh and Chase looking to go 8 and 9. All right, Andrew's got about 4 seconds under the TQ. Little Joe looking to bring home a 4 for the round. Little Joe and Chase, the last 2 to finish. We're going to have a new TQ here for round number 3. Mark Andrew going to take TQ. Gavin looking to get a 4 for the round. Little Joe 5, Chase 6, John 7. Chase just got to finish up. So Mark going to take the Little Joe goes to 2 there in the last lap by 3/100ths of a second. Jet going to go 3, Trevor 4, Gavin, Chase, Josh, Oscar, Dylan, and Bo gets a 10 for the round. All right, BJ, take care. Thanks for all the stats as always, buddy. Sleep well. We'll be here tomorrow. All right, first heat here, intermediate nitro. All right, 67. We got 10 races to go. Okay, Brian opening lap 41.0. Derek had a 41.7. Chris with a 41.9. We got Justin, 38.7. Derek Mesa, 41.1. Scott, 41.4. Brian, 45.2. Chris Malera, 45.5. David, 43.6. This is our first heat here, intermediate nitro. Justin trying to set the pace. Big Live RC shout out, KSRC. Good morning to you. D. Wayne Billing, hi to the Northwest, from the Northwest. How are you? Got cheering on Watson. Justin out front. 8.5.22. Justin last lap, 41.7. Derek Mesa, 40.9. Backs it up with a 40.3. Got Justin out front. This is our first of 7 heats. Intermediate nitro buggy. Derek Mason now moving to the top of the board. 41.5 last lap. Justin at 44.1. Derek, Justin, Chris, Scott, Brian, Graham Hill. Graham getting a 7.505, coming just a tick short of that 8-lap run. Mesa, 40.9 last lap. He's going to set the pace here for Heat 1 of 7 at 8 and 5:28. Got a big interview coming up next. Somebody just rolled in here to the studio. Have to have a little chat. Derek looking like he's going to take this one. See what Justin's got on his last lap here. Justin goes 39.5. Just going to miss it by 0.3. So Derek going to set the pace here in heat number 1 of 7, intermediate nitro buggy. Said we got a big... Dakota Phann, TLR driver, J Concept, stopping in to have a chat. How you doing, Dakota?
I'm doing good. It's been a long weekend, but we're here and we're making it happen.
That's what I was just going to say. It's it's already, I don't know, the end of Friday already. It seems like we've been here for forever, but these races become such a long, grueling thing. You want to feel like you're used to it, but you never really do.
Yeah, no, it definitely still takes its toll. We've been doing long days every night and got done pretty late last night, but was able to sleep in a little bit this morning and have a little bit earlier night tonight. So we've gotten through the hard days. We can sleep in a little bit tomorrow and finishing up kind of some maintenance on the truggy and e-buggy and stuff, and then we'll be able to kind of relax a little bit tomorrow morning and take it easy.
Yeah, I was wondering what time the finals will be tomorrow. Hopefully not too late. Maybe.
Yeah, I think Jimmy was saying like a 8 p.m. finish time or something like that.
Oh,
so
that'd be awesome.
Yeah, so not too bad.
Oh, that'd be good. Dakota, you've come to this race a long time, and you've seen, the difference. I was talking to Ty earlier. Ty stopped in, and he's seen, different track conditions and things like that. I think Joey's learning more and more about the dirt.
Yep.
And from my short, I think this is only my 3rd time. It seems like one of the best conditions we've had through the years.
Yeah, the track conditions have gotten better every year. I don't remember if it was like the first year or second year, but I remember we actually got down to the concrete in a couple of sections.
Oh wow!
So I mean, it was rough. It was brutal, and yeah, Anthony's been rebuilding the track every night and getting it good to go. So it's interesting. We see it at DNC and stuff every year as well. It actually, like, where the holes are will actually change, as they rebuild the track. So the first day the jump faces normally get pretty rough, and they'll rebuild those, and those are normally a little bit better for the second day, and then you'll kind of get some holes in the corners start to develop where you get on the gas, and then they'll fill those in and fix those, and you kind of just see the holes kind of migrate around different spots on the track, and by main day, they're in a different spot completely where first practice day was.
As one of the top guys in the world, what is your feeling on the rebuild? For me, as a regular Joe racer, and if I would come here, I'd like that they rebuild it because it's easier for the average guy. But for you, some of the best in the world, do you like the rebuild, or would you rather just blow out so there's different obstacles and things like that? What do you like?
Yeah. I mean, I think it's a a fine line there. I mean, I think if they didn't rebuild the track at all, like we wouldn't be doing any of the jumps right now. We'd just be rolling on everything and rolling the doubles and stuff. But I definitely see like where the first day there'll be kind of like the big holes developing, and as the weekend goes on, I think it gets a lot smoother, but it's almost tougher. Whoa, that guy's doing the splits out there.
Well, that's the marshal for hire guy.
Yeah. He's working hard.
He is. I got to get an interview because I want to find out. Everybody's asking, what's he charging for a race? Because there's some guys running 5-6 classes. So I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, he's got his clipboard out there and he's making it happen.
Yeah, absolutely.
But yeah, I think on main day the track is quite a bit smoother hole-wise compared to how it is in practice, but it's square edges now instead of big holes, and that's tough. The big holes your car can kind of like just bounce through and doesn't really do anything crazy. But when you're going to hit those square edges, the rims hitting, and that's when you really will start to fly off the track, and the lines are really critical and crucial. That was something we saw at DNC in that short straight before the double. Was trying to get through that chop nice and smooth. So yeah, it's just trying to evolve with the track conditions and changing your lines up and just watching. I know most of the A-Heat guys and stuff, like we're going up before they even finish intermediate and just watching 3 or 4 races and just seeing where people are going and where the holes are and stuff. This surface is actually really hard to see the holes. It's kind of like that light color, and you can't really see where the stuff is out there, so you really just kind of have to know from watching others.
You take your notes from last year, because obviously the dirt's the same, the jumps are different, things like that. You come here with a basic set. Do you find that you have to vary and change quite a bit from what you start with here?
I think we have like a pretty solid base setup now that we've run in for the last year. We've been evolving and developing and stuff still, and have different parts that we've had. But I think we have like a pretty good base setup. We kind of know where we're starting shock setup wise and camber links and diffs and stuff like that, and then just kind of fine tune from there from the track conditions. I think this is a little bit different style track than like what we've seen in years past, so I think kind of adjusting for that as well.
Do you think it's tamer, or how would you classify it being different?
Yeah, I think it's a little more open. Has like a more of like kind of just like a free flow to it. In years past, they've had like those crazy like difficult sections. Last year was those whip sections on the left side that were pretty gnarly and kind of like the make or break section. And there's not really anything like that this year. So you're seeing a lot of people, I think, pretty close in times, and you're not able to have those mistakes.
What has been the evolution of tires this week from what you started with to where you've gotten to now?
Yeah, I've tried pretty much everything. I don't think there's anything that's like the perfect answer. But I started on recons just because the track was pretty loamy. So those tires have a lot of space for the dust and loam to go, and they also have a lot of pin flex just to kind of get that grip. And then once the grooves started coming up, the track was pretty wet on qualifying day, so we went to the triple Ds, just because, like I said, they also have a lot of space, but they don't have quite as much pin flex, so a little bit faster in the groove and stuff. And then they're not getting loaded up when the track was pretty wet. And then today we've kind of been messing around with the reflexes a little bit and giving those a go just because the track's a lot drier today.
You talked about the pin spacing and things like that. You guys are kind of working with the tires and the pins and kind of making some homemade style, little cutting some grooves and such.
Yeah, there's been some guys that have tried cutting a little bit, cutting some space, just trying to find that balance of forward drive and side grip, and also trying to get to that loam. There's quite a few sections that have a lot of loam, and there's a few sections that are pretty cleaned off and starting to groove up. So it's just trying to find that balance. Like I said, I don't think there's a perfect option out there. It's kind of just finding what works for you and what works for your car the best.
You mentioned DNC earlier, and this year was unlike any other year.
Yeah.
It was crazy. I think everybody's in agreement. It was the right call to go to the track because all the average guys that spent a lot of money to come, they were able to race. But that just must have been it was an amazing race to call and watch, with you guys doing it. But it must have been just an absolute, just your mind just at the end must have been wrecked.
Yeah, it was very mentally tough, especially still doing the 45 minutes. I think we did 150 laps or something like that. So I mean, you're getting a lap 100, and that's more laps than we do. At most of the hour finals at Worlds or Nationals and stuff. So.
Right.
We were doing a lot of laps, and it was never ending. I feel like mostly with 8-skill races, you'll get through the first 9 minutes, the first pit stop, and then it kind of starts to pick up pace, and then the last 25 minutes or so go by pretty quick. But that race did not. No, that was a long race the whole time, and it was also mentally draining. Just you're always with cars. It was. it was a smaller track, which obviously they made it as big as they could. I thought it turned out really well. Honestly, it raced really well. But yeah, you're always in lap traffic. You're always battling with cars, and everyone was pretty much the same speed. So you kind of having to wait for people to let you go. They're coming up to lap, and then once you get by them, like they're right behind you until they hit a bump or make a mistake. So it was tough, and you'd have a crash and you lose a quarter of a lap.
Yeah.
So you're like, oh, you have a 5-6 second lead, but it's not really anything.
It's hard. I obviously I watched you guys race at the top level for a long time, but it's still I can't imagine it, and I have the utmost respect for your guys' talent to be at 45 minutes, 1.6 seconds apart.
Yeah.
At the end, it's just
Yep.
it was just an epic race, and one that I'll never forget for sure.
Yeah, no, it was a good race, and that's kind of just one of those things, like whoever's out front will pick up the pace, and second place does, and then something has to give eventually, and you have a couple mistakes, and then everyone gathers it back up and just kind of goes for it. So I feel like all the races were pretty good and pretty close, and there's some exciting stuff that happened in all of them.
Question here from Josh Herbert. He's asked, what's your best moment in RC? Is there one that you can pick out?
Man, that's a tough one.
First national or?
Yeah, I mean, I've been fortunate enough to do a lot of nationals over the years. First one was back in the day when stock was separated from mod. I'm sure you remember those days.
I was talking about when we first met in Washington State. You were like,
yep.
I don't know, 7. How old are you now?
26.
Everybody asked me, and to me, you're still a kid. I mean, obviously, us old parents watching kids grow up. That's the way it is. But yeah, so you were like, 7, 8, 9, whenever it was there, and it was a long time ago.
Yeah, so I think I really appreciate. I'm starting to appreciate those. The brush days, and then go to see kind of the evolution through the brushless and stuff, because I was really the last generation to experience that.
Right.
And the only reason I really did was just because I did start so young, so I got to experience that, which was awesome. Obviously winning, I think probably my first modified tool drive national was pretty special out in Chico, so that'll always be really cool to me, and something that I cherish. So.
Who's your biggest rival? There you go. That's a tough one.
Yeah.
You guys are all, at the pinnacle level.
Yep. Yeah, I mean, I feel like over the last couple of years, I've raced Mayfield a lot, and we've, I think, grown a lot closer because of it. I mean, when you're racing the same people every weekend, you kind of have to learn, the give and take, and learn how to race with each other and stuff. And I think that when you're doing that, you learn how to, race closer and cleaner, and you can be closer just because you kind of learn the driving styles and stuff. And then obviously Spencer's been on his game with the 10 scale and 8 scale things, and he does all three: the 10 scale dirt, 10 scale carpet, and 8 scale. So
yeah, did you see the interview he gave at the Carpet Nats? Because he won one class,
yep.
And he's like, Dakota's been kicking ass. And it felt good to win. So there's obviously the mutual respect you guys have for each other, at that pinnacle level. And but then obviously when you beat your rival,
for sure,
it's rewarding.
Yeah, and like I said, I mean, we're racing each other every weekend, so you kind of, you kind of grow and learn together, and you're racing each other every weekend, so. We have to play nice most of the time, and things happen from time to time. But we all understand that we're racing each other again next week, so it can get pretty rough and brutal if you're going at it with someone every week. So you learn to pick and choose your battles, and just if the win's there, then awesome. But sometimes you have to take those seconds and thirds and not do anything too crazy, trying to make a crazy move.
As you were younger and you're coming up in the ranks, and you were in the era of the Matt Francises and stuff like that, when you were the young, looking up to him and Kinwald and stuff like that. Do you ever reflect on yourself now that you are where, Kinwald was and Francis was back in that day, and now the kids look up to you and they want to come up and, they ask for help, and, they don't know how to build a diff, and they ask you that, or they want a picture, a teacher. do you ever stop and reflect and it's like, wow, this is, it's just how this hobby's evolved, and now I am at that where people look up to me.
Yeah, it's really cool. It's easy to forget, when you're in the racing moment and doing your job. But yeah, it's cool to see that, and I still kind of, like you said, try to reflect back on that and remember that. And it's been cool to see the younger generation also kind of coming up and growing and stuff and starting to figure it out and put it together. And yeah, it's just cool because I never really expected to be in this position. That wasn't my goal when we were young. I just did this because it was fun, and my parents supported me and said, let's go race. If that's what you want to do. So we did it a long time, and they were always there and just willing to do it because it was what I wanted to do.
Do you think now that you've been that last generation of the old school, now the current generation is the number one thing is get a sponsor. Mm-hmm. It doesn't, they just want to, have the racer shirt with, 20 logos on them. Do you think that is kind of a negative side of the hobby in some ways?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, it's a tough balance. Obviously, when money's involved, you have to try to make the best financial decisions. But it's also important, and I think people forget that you have to be able to compete with these products. And the only way you're going to, continue to get the deal you get or get a better deal and move up is to have product that you can do your best with. And most of the stuff nowadays across the board is pretty good. But, there's definitely, some big advantages with certain companies and different programs and stuff, and you have to find what works for you. So that was something that I learned with my parents, and that they always taught me and stayed really strong on was we're going to go for what the best option is for you and your success. They had to be in the financial position to do that, and they spent a lot of money over the years, but they were always trying to do what was best for me and what was going to help me the most in the future. Maybe not just right in that exact moment. And it's a small industry. It's easy to make enemies, and if you're blowing through manufacturers and burning bridges, people realize that all the companies talk and know what's up. So.
Absolutely. Well, what your answer segues right into my next question. I was looking at, you've been with TLR in a long time, and somebody asked in chat, how long have you been with Los?
It's been.
Not to put you on the spot here.
No.
Count back.
It's been over 15 years now. So I believe I signed. I always get this wrong. My mom always knows all this stuff. I believe I signed when I was 8, right before I turned 9. So yeah, it's been over 15 years now.
That's pretty awesome. That's good to see. More of the discussion we've had in the chat room is, it looks very glamorous for you guys being, the pro racer. Traveling around the world, racing, but it's not all joy and glory. There's a lot of unseen commitment that you have to do, and from race to race, 2 weeks in a row, 3 weeks in a row, 2 different disciplines back to back, to switching from 10 scale to 8 scale, dirt this week, carpet the next week, 8 scale the next week. What's some of the downsides, the not pretty sides of being a factory pro?
Yeah, we some of us race a lot of classes.
Yeah. And
like you said, there's carpet, and there's 10 scale dirt, and there's 8 scale, and it's a lot of maintenance. It would be a lot easier if you're just showing up the track and racing, and then going home and show up at the next event and do your thing. And I get a lot of help from the guys. Barry helps me out a lot with the 8 scale stuff, and the whole team really steps in and makes it easy as possible. But it's tough. It's hard to stay organized. You're always having parts and tires and stuff come in, and trying to keep up on that and stay organized. The wrench room gets messy really quick, and sometimes you got to take a day and kind of just reset it. And when you're going to all these races, making sure you have tires for the event ready to go for when you show up, that's tough. So everyone kind of plays a hand in on that side of things and makes sure that you have what you need, and try to make your life as easy as possible. But yeah, there's a lot of sacrifice. We're gone a lot. I miss out on a lot of stuff. I'm actually missing out on 2 really important weddings this year. They're both during nationals, so I'm missing out on those, which really sucks. And yeah, that's just kind of some of the stuff that happens, unfortunately. You're missing out on birthdays and anniversaries and fun events back home, and you're just you're just doing what you can. You don't really have a choice. The schedule's pretty set, and we do a lot of races every year, so trying to keep organized on that and get all the cars ready to go.
You answered my second to next question. I was going to ask, what's the best part of being a pro and what's the worst?
Yeah.
That's obviously sounds like, some of the worst part is you
Yeah.
have to miss the important parts of life.
Yep. Yeah, and the travel is fun. You get to see a lot of different places, but it definitely gets tiring. I'm sure bouncing around, living in the airport, and it gets tiring, for sure.
Obviously, the Worlds is the pinnacle, event. You've had a great the last couple years for sure is that. Are you looking forward to the? You got 10 scale Worlds coming up, obviously,
Yep.
and then 8 scales if it's going to happen. We're waiting to hear. Have you heard any rumors besides Brazil? Because everybody, I'm asking everybody. I'm asking the chat room.
Yeah.
We all want to know where it's going to be,
know.
and we've only heard the rumors that yes, it is going to be in Brazil, but nothing confirmed.
Yeah, that's what I've heard too. But normally we would kind of have a little bit more information by now, and obviously, the last 4 or 5 years now have been kind of hit or miss, and a lot of questions as far as World is concerned. So it was awesome to do Spain last year finally, and was a super fun track and fun event. And then really excited for 10 scale this year. Obviously with it being in the U.S., that's important. That's kind of a home field advantage, so to speak. And we had a Desert Classic there earlier this year, and we'll get some more testing in and try to get everything dialed in. So last few Worlds have gone well. Obviously the goal is to stand on the top step and make that happen. So we'll do what we can.
As kind of final question here to all the people that are watching, what is your advice to young dads that are getting their kids into it, or the young kids? What advice do you have as to learn and to grow and to become a better racer and hobbyist and things like that?
Yeah, I would say it's a tough balance. It's awesome to be able to spend time with your family, and it is a family thing to be able to show up with your kid and or your parents and spend some time together and do something that you can enjoy, and pretty much all ages can do this. So that's really cool. I think something important to remember is just to remember if you're racing with your kid, he or she's trying to have fun, and obviously it's important to take it serious, but just remember not to take it too serious. Especially when you're a kid. It's if you're gonna be doing this for a long time, you don't want to get burned out young. So you got to have fun when you're young, and go hang out with the kids and mess around and play and stuff. And when it comes time to be serious, there's time for that.
We've seen lots of the overpowering dads, through the years that, the dad is trying to live his racing world for his kid and
Yep.
gets a little too serious. But your dad and mom, they found a good balance with you through your years to
Yep.
get you to this point. And, they probably don't mention it, but, they got a bit of pride in what you've achieved through the year, because obviously as a family, you have a passion for this hobby.
Yeah. Like I said, they spent a lot of time and invested many years of our lives doing this, and we've always been into cars a little bit. So that was kind of how we started, got into it. It was something car related, racing wise, that we could enjoy together, and I could do when I was 5-6 years old. So that was kind of how it started, and yeah, they had a good balance. They took it very seriously, because I said this is what I wanted to do. And when it came time to race, I'm not out there just, bashing around and, trying to blow my car apart. I was doing the best that I could do, and, they did the best that they could do. And, we just kind of had that mutual understanding that, no one's perfect. I'm gonna have bad runs, and, sometimes the equipment's not gonna be perfect. So learn that, and we had fun with it a long time before it became, really serious.
Last question here is, as you've grown through the hobby now and you're at the position you are, you're obviously married here in a couple of years, and what is the hobby that takes you away from your hobby/job? What do you and Chloe like to do in your off time? For our viewers that don't know you like we do.
Yeah, it kind of it sucks a little bit. I don't get to go and do the club racing and stuff and enjoy that that part of it anymore. Just because when I have time off, I want to do something besides RC.
Right.
And I love this sport. I love this hobby, and I enjoy doing it. But yeah, it's nice to be home. We have a wakeboard boat now, so summertime comes around, we're getting ready to go out there and float and do some wake surfing and stuff. I really enjoyed that. It's fun. You can kind of like be competitive and try to learn new tricks and stuff to do, but it's very relaxing at the same time. So I enjoy that. And then in the winter months, do a little bit of snowboarding here and there. Haven't done as much the last couple of years, but try to get out at least a few times. And then gotten into like league shooting a little bit. So enjoying that. We're living the country life now, so kind of have a little bit of room to do that, and that's
like skeet and trap or
right. Nothing too crazy right now. Just doing like some pistol leagues and stuff.
Awesome.
We have a range close by, so go and do that. Once a week and stuff during the winter months, and here and there during the summer. So been enjoying that as well.
How good are you on a wakeboard? Are you doing like flips and everything?
Not yet. I'm working on doing some 360s and stuff like that, but it's a process.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Well, Dakota, it's appreciate you taking time. I know you're going to be coming up here in just a little bit, but it's been absolute joy for my life. I've talked about it many times. The pictures you and I and your family have taken throughout our careers.
many years.
Absolutely, and it's been one of the highlights of my career to watch you grow from where you were and to reach the absolute pinnacle of this hobby and be one of the best in the world. And it's always a joy to watch you and see you at the races and your family, and I wish you the best success and best of luck with the Worlds coming up and everything and all the races.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Absolutely. Thanks for your time. Dakota Phann, one of the best in the business. It's great that to have him here, taking time to stop and chat and share his views on the hobby, views on his life, and I can't wait to see some wakeboarding videos this summer from you. All right. Best to you, man. Thanks very much, Dakota. Appreciate it. All right, TLRJ Concept driver Dakota Phann spending some time here in the studio. Nice little chat there, and he's got just a great head on his shoulders, and really understands. He is a spokesmodel and a representative of not only his brand but the younger generation, and it's good to see that he understands that, and he's proud to be that ambassador, and he's just a really good kid, and there we go again, kid, 26 years old, right? And but always a good to chat, and good to see him running so well, and maybe we'll be interviewing him as the winner this weekend. We'll see. But thanks, some good questions there in the chat room. Appreciate it very much. As we got intermediate nitro buggy race number 4 of 7 as we continue to climb here towards the end of our qualifying session. That was a really good interview. Great to have a chat with him. And thanks for the questions, guys. Dakota's he's awesome for sure. And it was really nice to hear that he does appreciate his position as being, the kind of ambassador. And that's pretty neat. I knew he had a boat, but I didn't know he was big into wakeboarding. I've always wanted to do that. I think I'm too fat and too old to be able to do it, but yeah, it would be cool to do that. Unknown Shai, there is a raffle, yes. I think we'll put that back up. I think Cam can put that back up. If you got a Venmo, they're giving away a signature signed Techno kit from Techno RC and the Dirt Crew. And Cam is going to put that link right in here on where to send it. So that'll be popped up here in just a moment. Oh, Mike, Dakota's like, yeah, he's turning 3 times in the air, when I wouldn't even think of turning it once. He's amazing. But yeah, nice that he took the time to do it here in between. Hoping there's Adam Drake. Hopefully Adam and Rondo come in. I'm hoping Mayfield's going to come in. Maybe Spencer, Joe. Love to get Cole Ogden in here. Jared Tebow. Just a lot of guys we want to take a chat and kind of share their ideas and their thoughts about the hobby and the event and all that stuff. Get some great questions from you guys. I know I asked Renault Savoya is going to come in. He'll probably come in tomorrow. But yeah, good to have some of them guys to have a chat with us. Good morning from Florida. Morning already? I guess it is morning. Yes, it's 10:05 here. We got about an hour left. A little more than an hour. Maybe I was hoping we'd be done by 11, but maybe not so much. Pit lane is empty. Good shot there from the Racer Payout Program. Pit lane Cam. Shout out to all our great sponsors for making it possible for us to be here, bring you coverage of the 2023 Silver State, presented by Visions RC Big Time Show, happening in Jay, Oklahoma, June 15th through the 17th. Big race, big money, big fun, big, absolute, massive race complex at Mid-America Outdoors. You can go to visions.liverc.com. That's visions with an X.liverc.com. You can find out all about the big show happening June 15th through the 17th. I want to thank Losi for their sponsorship. The Racer Payout Program. Go to horizonhobby.com and check it out. Look up, search for Racer Payout Program. You find out all the information, a great way that they give back to their customers that use their product. That's horizonhobby.com. Go to look for Racer Payout Program. I want to give a shout out to Mid-America Outdoors. They're hosting the Vision event this summer. Big shout out to the gang at Team Associated. We got a broken pipe. They'll fix it. Big thanks, Team Associated, for their support. Techno RC, big thanks to them. Make sure you, there's the link right there. Ryan Mayfield, autograph buggy. Send it to Venmo. Send it Joey-Christensen-1. That's where you send it. And $10 will draw a name. Joey's going to draw a name on Sunday, late afternoon, early evening. I thank them. Want to thank the fine folks at Teakin Electronics. Big thanks to Jim, Sherry, and Ty, and everybody over there for their continued support. Boom, there we go. Teakin Track Cam, just like that. Well, bam. And thank them. They've believed in what we've done for years and years and years. Big thanks to Teakin family for their support as we get ready here for race number 71. Early laps in, and Jimmy Fishback out front, leading away. Jimmy, Brian, Brendan, followed by Cole, Ryder, Ron, Eric. Yes, he number 5 of 7, race 71. Wes Briscoe, thanks, buddy. I appreciate it. Oh, yeah, baby. Love my job. Following Rhonda around the racetrack. Know that paint job. Corey, this is, boom, Mike Kaz, you got it. Boom, the throbbing brain is there. All right, Jimmy, 38.9. That's hot lap for him, lap 5. Brian Cotta had a 40.1. Brandon is 39.9. Corey, we're racing at this time of the night. We got another hour to go, but that's all right. Got the top heats, the intermediate coming up, and then the big dog. Pros coming up. We got Jimmy, Brian, Brennan, Ryder, and Austin, your top 5. It's Jimmy, Brendan, Ryder, Brian, Austin. Eric DeShena goes 6. Ethan, Rhonda, Cole, Ron, Kyle, Jared, Travis, Tony, Jason. Got it all in one breath. Fishback setting the pace. 8 and 5, 21. Oh, Mike has. I'd love to do it. I've never been to South America before. It's the only continent, minus Antarctica, that I've never been to. So it's definitely someplace I'd love to go. And Antarctica is on my you have a bucket list, thing? Yeah, Antarctica is one of those. There's a good shot there. Rhonda coming in. Pretty in pink. You guys know I love yellow wheels, but yellow wheels wouldn't work on Rhonda's paint job. I think if they get some like pink wheel dots to put on it, well, bam, next level looking. But yeah, I want to go to Antarctica. That would be that's definitely a place to go, but it is huge expensive to be able to do that. So that's like a save for retirement kind of thing. Well, Adam, kind of. It's after 10, so it's it's after the G-rated hour, so we won't get too buck wild though. I do want, yeah, Jim. I mean, I just think it would be amazing to go somewhere that 0.00001% of mankind has ever been. I think that just would be awesome. You can go take flights down to Argentina, and then you can take a cruise ship that goes over to Antarctica and you can go there. I just think it'd be cool. But I like going to, unique places and just off the beaten path places. Really want to go like, be cool to go sightseeing like deep into China, way like out of the way, and just kind of do that. But somebody that I don't want to be with somebody that spoke Chinese in case I get in trouble. Shane's like, well, bam. How you doing, Shane? Only a 5-hour flight. But yeah, but you can't like fly to Antarctica, can you? You can't like go there. They don't have like resorts and everything. Everything I always say, you got to take a cruise ship to go there, and then they take you from the cruise ship. You get in little Zodiac boats, and then they take you to shore, and you can walk amongst the penguins and stuff like that. But yeah, that's something. I was able to go on a real safari in 2018 when I was doing the Worlds in Welcome, South Africa. We went there and went to the National Reserve and everything, and just I want to do like a proper safari where we were like not in a resort and then you take a bus with everybody out to. We like stayed in tents like out in the bush, and it was amazing. Yeah, I know it's like crazy expensive for sure. No, pyramids is also. I haven't been to Egypt, so I would definitely love to go there. I know it's not as epic as it used to be, as the city of Rome and stuff like that right around it, but it would still be something to go see. But I have no desire to like climb Mount Everest or anything like that. No, nothing. I'm good. Nothing crazy like that. All right, this is our B-Sword. Enemy Nitro Buggy. Chris Nelson, 39, 3-lap. TNR Fuel. Oliver, 39.8. Chris Smith, 39.9. I'm very low. Anthony, we need to like take a screenshot of that, because I rarely, if ever, get said that people can't hear me, because I'm just way loudmouth. Is that any better? I'm moving my microphone a little bit closer here. Check 1, 2, test 1, 2. Ed, any better? I got Chris, Matthew, Chris, Dylan, and Anthony. Donnie B now stepping it up there. Hot lap in there, his hot lap. Just I say that, does 41.9. Awesome, good deal. Glad it's good. Because you'll be telling me to turn it down tomorrow. Once the man goes, yeah, Scotty, turn them down a couple notches. Matthew, David, Chris, Andrew, your top three here. This race 72 on our way to 77. Matthew Willoughby on an 8.5.16. Not as fast as Josh had in a previous. Josh has had some good heats from the lower resort groups. 8-lap 5.15. Willoughby about exactly 1 second off of that time. Mike Kaz, you're right. I could see the pyramids, castles, and go to Venice all while I'm here in Las Vegas. Can't argue with that, Mike. You're right. You're spot on. One of my favorite things to do in Vegas is go over to the Venetian and just people watch when they're right there by the canals listening to the gondoliers. Is that what they're called? The people that drive the boats or the gondolas, and listening to them sing in Italian. It's it's awesome. I like that. Rudy, those are very rare. Once, maybe twice a year if it ever happens. That's a tough one. So not a lot of spectacular jumps, like Lil Bump did last year, you know. So I don't know. It might be tough, and they're not forced. They just come out. I don't. Yeah. So we'll see. David, Andrew, Chris, and Jordan. But yeah, definitely like to go to Antarctica on my ultimate bucket list if ever I win the lottery and things like that, because I know it's crazy expensive. I think on the cheap, it's like 15,000 US dollars on the cheap. David Olson, year later. Andrew second. Chris, Jordan, Chevelle. David Olson, 8 lap, 5:12. Still on a tiki time, about 3 seconds under that time from Josh. Andrew, 40.4 last lap. Done an 8 and 5:23, looking to go 5 for the round. So Jimmy and Mason, that time, sitting in the top 5 here in our B sort. Gives them a good chance to maybe get a top 10. Olsen, across the line, 39.22222 lap. Gives him an 8 lap, 5:12. Good enough for quick time going into the A sort. Andrew looking like he should hold on to a 4 overall right now with 1 more to go. Andrew going to finish with a 5:22. Jordan looking to get a 9 right now for the round. Chris had a good start going, but Chris going to sit right now 12 as he wraps it up. Ooh, Chris, tough last lap there for Chris Nelson. 44 drops him down to 18th. All right, got our A sort coming up. Yeah. All right, got our top heat coming up. Somebody dancing up on the driver's stand. And somebody taking a big rip. Appreciate everybody hanging with us wherever you are in the world. It's morning, it's night, it's afternoon, it's some time of the day, 5 o'clock somewhere. Got a half a dozen races to go yet. Got the pros coming up next. We'll be done relatively early than that, 11:15 or so. dancing and vaping. Yep. Remember that, Mike? Exactly. Yeah, it was the best thing that happened when these got allowed, because it's made, as an organizer, race director, so much better. Not so much hollering on a driver's stand. Your guy's not yelling next to you, just hollering down, lean it out. It's just made everything much, much better. William Singh hanging out almost midnight in Costa Rica. William, did you send me that email? I didn't see an email yet from you. Not that I'd answer it, because I'll be answering all my emails next week. But all right, here we go. Top heat. They're shooting for the time of David Olson. 8 lap, 5:12. Good morning, Barcelona, Spain. RCN F1, that's true. I hope somebody new wins, and it's not always the Red Bull team. I lose interest when it was, always the same team winning. Alonso doing well. That's the only thing that's inspired me this year to even follow it a little bit. All right, Ivan going to lead here. Early laps of this one. Reggie, Ryan Dunford, Ryan Prince. Ryan Prince has had a bunch of fans throughout the course of the event. People cheering him on. Got no chat in our Facebook room. Not for like an hour. Nobody's chatting. Anybody over there in Facebook? Yeah, sounds good, William. No rush. I won't reply till middle of next week. But yeah, I look forward to hearing from you. All right, Ivan throwing down a good one. 38.662. My Facebook is just, it's stuck, I guess. We'll reload it. Oh, yeah. Steve Dunn's there. Hi, Steve. Frank Lemke from Germany. Hey, what's up, Frank? Steve checking in from Ontario, 1:30 in the morning. Still watching from your crane. Matt Nelson, shh, don't jinx us. Steve, I'm sorry I didn't see these Dakota questions. I apologize. Yeah, I'm an Alonso fan just because he's old school, and to see him run so well at the start of the year, it's he's still got the skills to pay the bills. He can make it happen. So. Yeah, it'd be anarchy if he would win a race. That would be awesome. Ivan out front, Garrett, Reggie, Brendan, and Ryan, your top five. 8 and a 5:12 the time to beat, but nobody's making that happen. David Olson time standing right now. Olson out of the B sort. Ivan on an 8 lap 5:18. Joshua's time out of the D sort, still looking to get a second from the fourth heat. That'd be awesome. Jimmy Fishback looking to hold a 5. Andrew Beauchamp looking to get an 8. Mason looking to hold on to a top 10. But Ivan right now looking to go 3. So David's time is absolutely safe, Josh. Time is safe right now to get a 1 and a 2 for this round. Jeremy checking in from New Zealand. How are you? Doug, how you doing? Good to have you following along. All is well here in Vegas, Doug. Racing's been great. Chat room, throbbing brain has been fantastic. Everybody having fun. We've had 8 nations check in from around the world. We've had 48 states of the USA check in, so it's all good. Woodland Hobbies, how are you? It is a good day. I'm glad you're enjoying it. We love bringing it to you. It's only going to get better. As tomorrow we got racing. We got buggy and nitro trucks. And then Sunday, we will have our electric truck. Whoa! Got it. I hope them guys were done. Yeah, it looks like most of them. Nick Walla not having the run he was hoping for, 8 and a 5, 28. Wally Bills is going to be a 22 for the round. I sure hope this is his throwout. In the top seed after seeding. Good shot of some of the young guns here coming up. Doing a little adjustments there. Waiting for the results to upload here. Not yet. All right. Like it's the old tape, perfect. All right, water and time here as we get ready for our first pro heat. We're going to take a short pause for the cause. We'll be right back here on LiveRC.com.
Techno RC. Techno RC is a championship-winning manufacturer of high-performance A-scale, 10-scale, nitro, and electric RC buggies and trucks. With a worldwide dealer network, USA and Europe-based headquarters, comprehensive warranty program, and global race support, Techno RC is excellence in RC. View the full lineup of Techno RC race-proven vehicles by visiting www.technorc.com.
And welcome, everyone. Continuing coverage here of coverage on LiveRC.com at a Silver State 2023, brought to you by Visions RC. The big show coming up to Jay, Oklahoma, June 15th through the 17th at Mid-America Outdoors. You can go to visions.liverc.com to check out all the information. We also want to give a big, huge shout-out to HorizonHobby.com and a Racer Payout Program. Go to Horizon Hobby and look up Racer Payout Program, RPP. Find out all the cool stuff that has. Cool way for Horizon and TLR and their brand to give back to their customers. Want to give a shout-out to Team Associated. Thank them for their continuous support. Techno RC and the fine folks at Tekin Electronics. We get ready here for our Pro Nitro Buggy. Off and running here, first lap in the book. We got Davey Bada at the top of the board. 33-2. I just found out it's his birthday tomorrow. 18 years old, so we're going to be giving him some shout-outs. But 33-2 left. That's crazy good. Oh, left check. Seth Van Dalen with a 37.8. Cole with a 38.2. I think the fastest we've seen so far was a 35. DJ told me somebody had a 35. Was it Dakota? Had a 30? Oh, Joe Bornhorst, they said, had a fastest 35. We'll see here. Last chance qualify here. Q3 for the Pro Nitro Buggy. Davey, Joey, Tyler, Alex, Clayton, Kyle, Ron, Cole, Kurt, Carson, Roman, Julian, Seth, and Buddy. It's Davey out front, Joey and Alex. All right, Davey that time, 40.8. Kyle with a 38.1. Tyler, 38.7. Ron Duvall, 38.5. Cole, 38.6. Alex with a 42.4, 39 flat for Kurt. Rosie, I'd love to get have a ladies rookie class going for sure. It would be awesome. Back in the day, we used to call it a powder puff class. But yeah, it would be cool to have a bunch of the wives, and yeah, that'd be really cool. Then having the husbands having to be the mechanics, right? All right, Davey out front, 40.8. Kyle with a 38.3. Cole with a 40.6. Tyler Hooks, 39.7. Lots of fast 8-lap runs going on. Race 74 on the track. 75 is on deck. This is our D sort here in the Pro. Wow, on the front straight. Good marshal in there. Whoever that was. Is that Watlet? Couldn't tell. He was on it. Shout out, Tim. How you doing, Tim Baggett? Welcome to the party. Got Kyle Turner, 38.9. Cole with a 37.8. Ogden so far with a 0 and a 3. Kyle Turner's looking for some luck here in this one. Kyle had a 29 and a 25 so far. Tyler Hooks also needs some luck. He needs a good one. Tyler with a 31 and a 56. Kyle and Cole. Kyle in that red and white. Kyle on a gray run, 8.5.10. See what happened to Davey. He was down 41.3 last lap. Good shot down and straight in from Tekin Track Cam. Kyle and Cole are done. Kyle going to set the pace, 8.5.09. Whoa, hang on. That was close. Ray Monday, what's up? Yeah, that's, I didn't see him flame out, but, yeah, normally that's what happens just when the moon and the stars align, and, yeah, you get them restarted right away. Okay, come on, Jimmy S. So the pace is set here. Kyle goes to 8.509 in our D sort. See everybody sitting there in the bleachers watching. It's the next group. Ready to roll. Hope you're doing well, Ray. Ray, do you guys run 8 scale at all or just 10 scale? Oh, speaking of 10 scale, Ray, I saw the pictures when I was in Brisbane a couple weeks ago. Is it Checkered Raceway or Chargers Raceway? Which one is it, Ray? Is it, I think, Chargers? Is that the 10 scale track there somewhere, I guess in the northern area, somewhere around Brisbane? They said it's like an hour. Chargers or Checkers? I think Chargers. Raymond, I don't think I'm going to be there. Unfortunately, they're not bringing in live RC to cover it. So yeah, I won't be commentating the Worlds. I'm bummed for sure. Yeah, it was going to be. Yeah, I was all stoked. I had the dates set in my calendar, but not going to be there. Hey Ben, yeah, Chargers. Man, does that look like a beautiful track? I saw some pictures of it. It looks outstanding. Hi, Christina. How are you? Good to have you. I'm thinking, man, I want to hold a big 10 scale race there. That would be awesome. Bubba. Is that Bobo? That's not Joliet, Greater Chicagoland area Bobo, is it? Yeah, Lux, Savoya are the big Kyosho guns. All right, so let's see. Speaking of guns, we got some big shooters in this one. We got Ben Sterling from Australia in this one. Aussie, Aussie, Aussie. Oi, oi, oi. Crikey. All right, let's see what we got. We got Steve Harris across the line. First with a 40.1 Camden line. Camden's been running stellar this weekend. Well, why is it sorry, Ray? I know 10 scale's your baby. Nothing wrong with that. I see Junior getting pretty fast there, Pops. Hard to stay in front of him nowadays, isn't it? Spencer. Oh, into the pit lane. Somebody that was. Oh, no. Oh. Tough luck. Heavy contact in the outside retaining wall. I got Camden line out front. Walker spinner at Adam Drake. Jaden, Steve, Jermaine. Caleb, another Aussie. Caleb Noble. I think it's Caleb Knob. That's his nickname, right? I think that's what they said. Somebody said it in the chat room yesterday. All right, Camden out front, leading away. Camden on an 8.510 TQ. No, just a tick off a TQ now. Kyle had a 5.09. Camden last lap 38.3. Camden's got this time. Oh, nice save there. And the last lap, 38.3, 38.6, not closing in. He has 9/10 off. Adam Drake second. Great run going on for the Drake. Austin Cracknell, how are you? Welcome to the party. Absolutely, Raymond. Camden, Adam, Spencer, and Jermaine. Tough luck there for Tyler Fenster as he sent it off the track there. No luck for him in Q3. Lime out front, 37.8 lap, picking it up now. That's what he needed. Following Adam Drake around the track here. You know that paint scheme. Whoa, ho, ho. The Marshall, oh man, the Marshall going for it. No fear, just full send from the Marshall. Did it flame out though? Oh my. I thought he was gonna run, he was gonna get hit in the melon. Garrett Reck, how are you? Welcome. Larry Tom, yeah, early night tonight, Larry, you're right. Exactly. We're going to be done by 11. What time is it? Yeah, 11:15 maybe? Woohoo! Camden out front, 8:5:07. TQ time. Heckert on a 5:12. Adam on a 5:14. Caleb on a good run, 8 lap 5:17. Camden, whoa, up on two wheels. Good save there. Lime your leader. Camden had a good one, 8:5:10, but it fell off that last lap. Look at that, 38.2. So Kyle Turner's time gonna hold. Heckert gonna go 5:14. He sneaks in front of Adam, but Adam's not done yet. Adam only needs 4/10 on young Heckert. If Adam can nip that spot. And 5:14.8, not gonna do it. So Heckert hangs on for 2 in this heat with a 4 overall, but Camden line, another solid run for Camden, doing 8 laps in a 5:10. Looks like Cody Turner in the stands there. It looks like maybe it is. Is that Cody Turner? I think it is. Everybody hanging out, chilling. A little bump, stepping up on his stool. Ryan Lutz just towering over everyone. Ryan has stood in a couple different places. I think in truck, he was in the middle of the track. And buggy, I seen him down on this side. Oh, Larry, trust me, I'm thinking about it. It's just, I need my beauty sleep, Larry. I got a big day tomorrow. I don't want, you get on the rail, Larry, you start rolling, you can't leave. 11:30 turns in 2:30. Man, I got to stay disciplined. That was Turner. That's cool. Larry, you're that little devil on my shoulder saying, Scotty, go play some scrap. Go play some craps. And the other guy on my shoulder, no, you got to go sleep. You got a big day tomorrow. No, Scotty, it's all right. You'll be fine. Brian, what kind of bankroll you think this guy's got? No. It's $3.06, $3.08, please. Yeah. Once the 5 and 9 hit, I'll place 5 on each of those. Thank you very much. That's it. Oh, it's a small bankroll, Brian. $50 on black. Couldn't imagine going there. I like playing craps. I've told the story that my dad taught me craps here way back in the day when Slots of Fun had the $1 crap table right at the front door. It's only for an hour. Right, Larry. Right. My dad taught me how to play craps, and it was a lot of fun. It was only $1, so I never really, had. But I couldn't imagine playing with, you're just a crazy rich guy, playing, just no worries of losing $1,000. It would be a whole nother level of fun. Give me a $500 five and go big or go home. No, I would just end up going home right away, broke. All right, here we go. Back to the racing. We got Marco coming out with a 37.8. Tanner Denny, 38.4. Haven't mentioned Tanner's name much. Let's hopefully he has a good qualifier in this one. Damien Lamy, part of the Canucks, the Canadians, making a trip down. Frankie Contreras Jr. at 39.0. Lee Setzer, he's had some ups and downs this weekend. Going down to 39.1 opening lap. All right, here we go. Tanner Denny, there you go, Tanner, 37.7. Barufalo, 39.1. Good to have Marco over here. Got a handful of Europeans that made the trip. Tanner, Marco, Mason, Caden, Damian, Ryan. Davidas with a 39 flat that time. Anthony Westergaard. Big tip of the hat to Anthony all the time he's putting in on the racetrack. He'll be in the skid steer here in about 15 minutes. Working on the track overnight. Lots of 39, 7 feet long, 38.4. Hot lap of the race third so far, 37.7 from Tanner. Barufalo now to the top of the board. Savoya, Renault doing a 38.9, that's his hot lap. Oh, big trouble there. Marshall got some work to do. Oh, that was Setzer upside down. Barufalo, your leader. Barufalo out front, 37.8. Following Barufalo on the racetrack. 39.1 last lap, 8 lap, 5.06 T. Q time. This is our B sort here in our Pro Nitro buggy. Marco leading the way. Perfect line there, right on the apex, close to the pipe. Keeping it tight. Tighter than the middle seat and coach, right along the pipe. Marco, Brandon, Mason, Frankie, Renault, Savoya. Little bump into 6. Down is ready to go. Marco, Brandon Rose looking sharp here. 8.508. Brandon Rose, how you doing? Keep it moving to the top of the board for Brandon. Brandon with a 38.4 that lap. 37-1 no for Barufalo, taking that top spot back. Renault Savoy up the third, 38-7 for the Shark. Be nice to see him have a good one. Oh, man, no love given to these two fighting. Barufalo just winded down his run, 8.507. See if Brandon Rose can pick up a 10th cut in front of Kyle Turner's time. Rose got about a half a lap yet to go. Brandon needs to be at a 5:09.1. He's on a 5:09.2. See a Marshall running. Whoa! Marshall almost running over the car. See what Rose has got, 5:09.0. So 38.3 last lap for Rose. Moves him to 2 overall. But it's Marco Barufalo going to the top of the leaderboard here in the B-Sort. Good run there for Brandon Rose. All right, we got one to go. Here come the Gladiators here into the Coliseum for the final battle of qualifying round number 3. The stands are packed. Mark Pavitas in the house. What's up, Mark? How you doing? Good to have you following along. Everybody, as we get ready for this last heat here, give me a shout out. Let me know where you're checking in from. Whether you're on YouTube and Facebook, say hey. You know, Larry Tom's checking in from Hobby Action. I'll save you the effort there, Larry. I got your back. Watering going down here, just what these guys wanted to see, I'm sure. But hey, they're keeping in the schedule. Canada's in the house. Pennsylvania, Arizona, New Zealand. What's up, Fuzzy? Garrett checking in. Nashville, Tennessee. What's up, Mark? South Korea. Is that our first South Korea? I think so. We got South Africa. That's the only South we got. South Korea. Awesome. That's our 39th nation checking in. Christo checking in from Queensland. Bart from the Netherlands. How are you? Benny from Minnesota. Gary checking in from South Africa. What's up, Joe? Jerry Scaramel checking in. How you doing, buddy? Rob Moots, what's up? RC checking in from Tucson. Another South Korea in the house. RC cheering on Cavalieri. Oh, Mark Favitas checking San Diego where the Padres beat the Dodgers. Ooh, obviously not a Dodgers fan. Jimmy's not going to be happy today. Did the Lakers win too, or did they lose? All right, good shot at Dakota's car. Jeff Myers checking in from Indiana. How are you doing, Jeff? Min checking in from South Korea. Hey, Stanley, checking in from Indonesia. I hope you had a good time last week. Thanks for coming to the Philippines. It was awesome to have a race. We had some good times for sure. You drove well. Hey, Thomas, how are you? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Vaz checking in from Brazil. Renee checking in from Paris. Izzy still checking in from Long Beach, Albuquerque. What's up, Marty? Thanks, Mark. Mark, you going to swing by this weekend? We are getting ready to roll here. Looks like Dakota's going to be first across the line to start his clock He wants clean track. Ready to rock. This is race 77. Starting at what time? 11:03. Rocking in a rolling Q3. Time to beat Marco Barufalo with an 8-lap 5:07. Big names in this one. Rivkin so far has 8-0. Dakota's got a 2 and a 6. D-Long had a 4 and a 7. Ruffalo had a 5 and an 8 and a 0 right now. Tollard a 4 and a 15, a 5 and a 14. Mayfield has a 3 and a 59. Mayfield just got to get a solid run in here. See what they got across the line. Cole Tollard, yeah, CFT, 38-0. Ryan Cavalier, 38-1. Bornhorst, 38-3. Tater Sontag, 37-8. Joe Figueredo, 38-4. Dakota, 37-1. Mayfield, 38 flat. Top 4 guys right now in front. Upper Ruffalo, and it is Ryan Cavalier to the top of the board. Tater, Cole, Joa, Ryan, Dakota. 39-1 that time for Dakota. Drops them to 6. Bornor 39-4. Puts them 7th. Wiggins followed by Spencer Rivkin. 39-1 that time. Tessman 39-4. Barak with a 40.1. Horn with 38-4. Burkhand with 38-6. Check that 39-2. Tebow with a 38-6. Following Cole Tollard out front, leading the way. TLR driver from Almero, Wisconsin. $37.9 that time for Cole. Ryan a 38.4. Dakota 37.9. Sontag 38.6. Figueredo 38.9. Rivkin 38.1. Here engines just blaring out there. Somebody was upside down. Pick up Dakota Phann here. Phann now back to the point, 37.9. Tollard 39.4. They are right now 0.3 off of Barufalo's time. How awesome would that be for Barufalo to roll in, taking a TQ in a round? Marco has a 5 and an 8 so far. Pretty much locked in. Dakota Phann stepping up, 38.1, making up that 10th. Boom, now 5:07.1, 1/10 under Marco's time. 6 laps in the book. We're on to 8, 5:07. Dakota's got a 2 and a 6. Cole Ogden has a 0 and a 3. Ruffalo has a 5 and an 8. Camden Lime has a 2. Right now, Camden looking with a 2 and an 8 possibly. So a TQ here would give Dakota unofficially the number 1 starting spot. He's got a 2nd in round 1, a 6th in round 2. And Dakota, he was first one off across the line at the drop of the flag. He goes 8.505, bringing the heat here in Q3. Taking TQ right now. Ruffalo looked like he's going to get it too, so a great run for him. Cavalieri shown in 2. This is a stellar run for Ryan. On a bunch of traffic here coming down the hill. See Cavalieri, you know that paint job. Rocking the yellow rims. Just saying. Oh, traffic in Marshall's in front of him. Cavalieri goes wide to the line, over the bump. Oh, my, almost got caught, but he got it. 5:08.7. Good enough for a third overall. Brandon Rose going to get a 4. So a great last heat of qualifying. Here's the top 10 for this round. Dakota Phann fighting to the front. Barufalo, solid run for Marco, 2. Cavalieri going to get a 3. Brandon Rose pulling out a great run here in Q3. How about Kyle Turner getting a 5, Rivkin a 6, Camden line, another solid run for Camden. He's been looking good. Cole Toller going to get an 8 for this one. Cole with a 5 and an 8, so good run for him. Tater Sontag going to go 10 feet long, getting a 9. See a little bump. What did he have? He has a 7, a 4, and now a number 9. So good for a little bump, going to lock him in. Joe Bornor's getting an 11 for this round. Sontag at a 10. Ogden at 12. Mayfield 13. Savoya 14th. My, oh my. Now we just got to wait for the Live RC info to go to the cloud. It's got to go to space. And then we'll know who our top drivers are here in our Pro Nitro buggy. That was awesome. Still hasn't gone to space yet. Oh, no, Eric. I ain't got no bankroll for that. Mayfield had a 3 in the first round. Then he had a great run going in Q2 and then just had some trouble with traffic and decided to bring it in. All right, let's see. Larry, stop it. You're on my shoulder telling me bad things. All right, let's see if it'll upload. Not yet. A watch pot never boils, right? Pro Nitro buggy. Anything yet? Bueller. All right, looks like it's uploaded here. There we go. So 2 points. Dakota Phann going to start on pole. Cole Ogden, solid run. 3 points going to start in 2. Spencer Rivkin going to start in P3. Marco Barufalo starting in P4. Camden Lime, a great run for Camden, going to start 5th. Feet long, little bump, going to start 6th. Cole Tollard going to go 7. Ryan Mayfield going to start 8th. Tater Sontag goes 9. Ryan Lutz going to go 10. Seth Van Dalen 11. Ryan Cavalieri 12. 13th qualifier with 22 points. Brandon Rose, and 14th qualifier locked in by 1 point. Caden Fuller. 15th going to be Joe Bornhorst. So that is an exciting end to the day. We thank everybody for being here for the whole day. Some of you guys have been listening to us all day, and we really appreciate it. I want to thank all our great sponsors. We want to thank Visions RC. Don't forget, make plans to go to the big show June 15th through 17th, JL, Oklahoma, at the Mid-America Outdoor Complex. You can go to visions.liverc.com to get all that information. What's that web address again, Scotty? It's visions.liverc.com. Shout out to Losi for the Racer Payout Program. Go to horizonhobby.com. Look up RPP. Get all the information about that. Big thanks to Mid-America Outdoors, Team Associated, Techno RC, and Tekin Electronics. That is going to put a wrap on an outstanding day here at the 2023 Silver State. We're going to do it again tomorrow. Same time, same channel. The track goes live at 7 a.m. You see Anthony Westergaard out there, or is that Joey? I can't tell from here. Those guys working on the track, they want to get done so they can party like a rock star tonight. As for me and the Live RC crew, Yeah, not so much. We go in CP. So thanks, everybody, for a great day. It's been good. We're going to do it again tomorrow. Have a good night, morning, afternoon, wherever you are. See you tomorrow.